Marella Voyager is a Century-class cruise ship and is the newest addition to the Marella cruise fleet. For those of you who don't know, she is sisters with Marella Explorer, meaning she is practically identical on the outside, but with some big differences on the inside. This is our full ship tour of Marella Voyager, filmed in 6K Ultra HD. We're going to start our tour midship of Deck 5 in Marella Voyager's nautically inspired Atrium, which spans all the way up to Deck 8. This is reception, which is open 24 hours to deal with any questions or queries you may have. If you are looking to experience the most from the destinations you are visiting, you'll find Destination Experiences is at the bottom of the atrium and on the starboard side. You can browse and book shore excursions for the destinations you are visiting simply by using the interactive screens. The Silver Fork is the most prestigious restaurant on board and costs £36.95 per person for a 3-course meal, or you can try a 7-course tasting menu for £46.95 per person. Silver Fork is a restaurant inspired by the deconstruction and reimagination of British classics, including Scotch egg, beef Wellington, and even a Snickers bar for dessert. This is also the venue where they host Marella's famous Great Musical Afternoon Tea. Located near the aft and spanning decks 5 and 6 is Flutes, which is the champagne sparkling wine piano bar aboard Marella Voyager. You can choose from a broad selection of champagnes and sparkling wines, and when you're ready to order, just push the button for bubbles. A great concept, and the service here was top notch. Latitude 53 is the ship's main dining restaurant on board. Spanning 2 decks, this inclusive dining venue is open for breakfast, lunch and dinner each day. You'll find British classics including fish and chips, as well as some other dishes from all around the world. This is a waiter service restaurant, and with those stunning floor to ceiling windows, it makes for a pleasant dining experience aboard Marella Voyager. This is the Art House, a bright and colourful bar and lounge aboard this ship. During the day you can play some shuffleboard, complete a landscape puzzle or take part in art and craft activities. Come the evening, this venue comes to life as one of the most popular and lively entertainment venues on board, featuring live singers and musicians as you make your way through the bar menu. Cheers! Located on Deck 6 in the atrium is the Coffee Port, which is your one-stop shop for hot drinks and sweet treats from early till late. The Coffee Port serves barista quality Lavazza coffees just the way you like it, which comes at a small extra charge unless you've upgraded to the premium package, in which case they're free. They do serve a range of cookies, cakes and pastries here, but annoyingly they come at an extra charge. This is the Cruise Holiday Store, the place to book a future Marella cruise, which sits alongside the photo studio on the starboard side. Opposite you have the Gamer Zone, which is one of the many facilities aboard Marella Voyager to keep teenagers happy whilst on board. Next door is the cinema, which showcases your favourite blockbusters, as well as recent releases each day of your cruise. Just check your cruise news to find out what is showing and when. All the way forward of Deck 6 and 7 is the Broadway Show Lounge, which happens to be the largest entertainment venue on board. The Broadway Show Lounge offers 12 different West End theatre shows, with 8 of them exclusive to Marella Voyager. This venue also plays host to other entertainment acts, including magicians and comedians, with 2 performances shown each night so that you can choose the one which works best for you. As you leave the Broadway Show Lounge on Deck 7, you'll encounter the Broad Street shops. For the size of this ship, we were stunned at just how big the selection of shops was. You can expect high-end 2 jewellers, fashion stores, a shop selling electrical and camera equipment, and a large perfumery, which even has a Tom Ford section. Found midship on the port side of Deck 7 is Aperitif, which sits just outside 2 of the ship's most popular specialty restaurants, Kora and Surf and Turf, making it the perfect place for a pre and post dinner drink. It boasts a fine selection of gins and whiskies, unmatched by the other bars on board. Kora is a firm favourite in the Marella cruise fleet, offering a menu of Pan-Asian dishes for you to tuck into, from potato dumplings to hot and fiery Indian curries. This specialty restaurant has a cover charge of £26.95 per person, making it one of the cheapest specialty restaurants we have tried on a cruise ship recently. Reservations are required. Found right next door to Kora is Surf and Turf. True to its name, the menu at this specialty restaurant includes the likes of steak, seafood and vegetarian dishes, as well as a long list of mouth-watering sides and sauces to choose from. This restaurant costs £31.95 per person and is worth every bit of that. A new restaurant for Marella is Platter, which is open late afternoons and evenings, from 3 PM until 8 PM. The menu includes boards topped with cheese, meats as well as vegan options. and there is a decent wine list, meaning you can pair your tasty treats with a tipple or two. A platter with 3 items costs £5.95, and a platter with a whopping 9 items costs £13.95. A great venue if you had a late lunch and fancy a snack rather than a big dinner. We've arrived at Squid Anchor, a firm favourite in the Marella cruise fleet. Inspired by a traditional British pub, or more specifically a Wetherspoons, Squid Anchor is a hive of activity. During the day you can experience quizzes and bingo, and come the evenings you can enjoy everything from live bands and musicians to interactive game shows with the ship's entertainment team. And just at the back of the Squid Anchor is a smoking terrace overlooking the ship's wake. Moving up to Deck 8 we come across a hidden jewel on the ship, the Exchange. This adults only bar isn't the easiest to find, and once you discover it you won't want to leave it. The menu is jam-packed with unique cocktails like the Pink Clink and the Decadence, which you won't find anywhere else on board. There are 2 different shows, the Lock-In and the Heist, both of which were excellent and come at an additional charge of £14.95 per person, and each show lasts around 90 minutes. This is one of the most sought after bookable options on board this ship, and we recommend you book weeks before your cruise as it will sell out fast. Also hidden away, but at the very aft of Deck 9 is the M Club, which is the children's club aboard Marella Voyager. This facility is included in your cruise fare for children of 6 months all the way up to 11 years of age. They'll be kept occupied with a whole range of engaging activities, and there's also a small plunge pool and a play area outside for them to use too. We're now at the aft on Deck 11, and this is where you'll find the Summer House, which is both an indoor and outdoor venue in itself. When the weather is warm and there's no rain in sight, the glass retractable roof overhead comes all the way off, creating a beautifully airy atmosphere, making it the perfect place to grab a drink and read a book during the day. Come the evening, the Summer House becomes the perfect venue to meet friends and have a good time while listening to music entertainment which performs here. Sitting on the starboard side of the Summer House is Abuela's, an inclusive eatery open for lunch and dinner, and lines up a menu of classic Mexican culinary options including nachos, tacos and burritos. They even make guacamole tableside for an extra charge. Mirrored on the opposite side is Nonna's, which is yet another inclusive eatery inspired by Italian cuisine. This venue is also open for lunch and dinner, and you can grab freshly made pizzas and pasta cooked to order. The Kitchens is a brand new concept from Marella Cruises, a food hall made up of 8 different eateries. Some of the highlights include traditional roast dinners at the Gravy Boat, Asian curries at the Banyan Leaf, and Greek-style kebabs and pittas at Athena's. You'll even find a place to grab fresh toasties at the pantry. Food is the same here each and every day, but with the variety of venues on board, you should never be stuck for choice. On the starboard side of the pool deck is the Snack Shack, a firm favourite in the Marella fleet. This casual poolside grill on board, open from late morning until late afternoon, is the perfect place to grab a freshly cooked burger and fries, or maybe a sandwich and salad from the fridges which sits alongside it. If you enjoy a lively pool vibe when on a cruise ship, you'll love it aboard Marella Voyager. Featuring 2 decent sized pools and 3 hot tubs, you'll definitely be able to stay cool all day long. While by the pool you have the poolside bar to keep you hydrated from late morning until late evening. Being Marella, you can also expect a whole range of poolside entertainment, whether it be quizzes, game shows or fun music entertainment, including their famous sail away parties. Found all the way forward of Deck 11 is the Ocean Spa. Complete with a huge range of different treatment rooms, a hair salon and thermal suite, the Ocean Spa is the pinnacle of relaxation aboard Marella Voyager. Access to the thermal suite is available when you book a sea spa charged at around £89 per person per 7-night cruise, which includes use of all of the steam rooms and thermal suites, tropical rain showers and relaxation room. If you wish to use the terrace at the front of the Ocean Spa, this comes at an additional charge of approximately £59 per person per week. Just above the spa on Deck 12 is the gym. For the size of the ship, we were very surprised at just how large the variety of cardio and strength training equipment was, and with those huge floor-to-ceiling windows, the gym provides the most sensational views as you work out. On the port side and separated by a bulkhead, you have the electric rooms, featuring a nightclub, bar, lounge and even a small casino. This venue has everything you need to keep the good times going after dark. The drinks menu at the bar has something for everyone. The club boasts an LED dance floor, and casino counts blackjack and roulette amongst its featuring gaming tables. Make sure you visit the electric rooms at least once before bed during your cruise. Just next door you have the Hideout, which is part of the children's club on board for 12 to 17 year olds. Surrounding the pool deck from above here on deck 12 is the Jogging Track, where 11 laps is equal to 1 nautical mile. You'll also find a shack up here too, which sits by one of the busiest smoking areas on board. At the very aft of deck 12 and on the port side is a sorry looking sports court, and on the starboard side is a more visually appealing mini golf. Surprisingly, there is no table tennis available on this ship, so best develop a liking for mini golf or shuffleboard whilst you're on board Voyager. And lastly on our tour, at the top of the ship near the forward end you have a spacious sun deck with premium lounges and some extra charge cabanas, which are charged at an exorbitant £100 per day. Yikes. That was our full ship tour of Marella Voyager. Is it the most beautiful ship we've ever been on? Of course it isn't, but there are many new additions to the ship which we think will be added onto their ships in the fleet because they work so well, namely the kitchens and the exchange. It wasn't a perfect cruise for us, which we'll explain in our review, but for the money we paid and what we got, we still maintain that Marella offers exceptional value for money. As long as you adjust your expectations beforehand and consider what you paid with Marella and what you have paid with another cruise line. Marella Voyager does indicate her age in many areas, and some places do seem quite tired and tatty, which is quite baffling when you see how much effort Marella has put into refurbishing much of her interior. Hopefully, Marella are working on these areas as it does let the ship down, and detracts from the impressive facilities and venues the ship has against her sisters. Marella Voyager has potential to be the best ship in the Marella fleet, but at the moment, she isn't quite there.